What's up, y'all? Happy Valentine's Day. It's Friday the 14th. Not quite as scary as Friday the 13th, but it's close. But hope you enjoyed that thumbnail from yesterday. That was supposed to be funny. I feel like that's what you have to do if you want to get a lot of views and stuff. You have to put arrows and circles and stuff like that all over your thumbnail. Let's see if it worked. Refresh. No, it didn't. I have very low views still. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, it's a video about nothing. It's just a video about nothing. And remember yesterday how I said I watched A Perfect Storm? Well, probably 20 plus years ago, when I had got busted the second time, I had got stuck in solitary confinement, or they kept me away from all the people because I had a 1 degree temperature. So they're like, yeah, you can't be around other people. You have to stay in your cell all by yourself, which is miserable. Completely miserable. I only had to deal with that for like 2 days, but it felt like 2 years. Trust me, you don't want to be in that situation if you don't have to be. It was atrocious. So anyways, while I was in the cell all by myself, I was like, dude, bring me all the books you can, because there's nothing to do. There's literally nothing to do except just sit and look at the wall. So I was like, bring me some books. I'll at least read some books. I think I read like 2.5 books in that time frame. Because I mean, there was, like I said, nothing else to do other than wait for them to bring you food. One of the books I read was like some 70s sci-fi thing, and it had like cigarette ads in the middle of it. Just some terrible old book that they had in there. But they also had A Perfect Storm, and I tried to read that. I was not able to complete it because it was so technical. It's like you actually have to be a swordfish boat captain to know what the hell they're even talking about in that book. I mean, they're talking about different degrees and all these nautical terms and everything. It reminds me of the scene from Lethal Weapon 4 with Leo Getz.
Where's my bag?
Starboard side aft.
Starboard, that's left, right?
No, port's left, starboard's right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Okay. You did say aft,
AFT, aft.
and that's a fucking word.
In the back of the cabin on the right side, Leo.
Well, why didn't you just say that to begin with, Roger? I love these people get around boats and water. All of a sudden, everything becomes fucking nautical. A stern, a vast, your landloppers. Man, the bilge pump. What? Pump your fucking ass.
That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. I'm probably going to get a copyright for playing that, but it's worth it. It's not like I'm monetized anyways, and I probably never will be at this rate. But that's okay. Like I said, I do these videos for fun. Yeah, I remember being in jail for those couple days. And here's another thing you don't want to do either, because I had to do like a voluntary 48 hours. That was part of my punishment. I had to go in for 48 hours. So I chose a weekend, and stupid me, I chose the weekend of daylight savings. I was so mad because I watched the clock go to 1 o'clock, and then they moved it back to 12. And I was like, no! I was like, you got to let me out of here an hour early. I'm only supposed to be in here for 48 hours, and you're making me be in here for 49 hours. You're going to hear from my lawyer. I was so mad. They're like, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Stay in your cell. But anyways, yeah, I was trying to read that book. Didn't make it. Very technical, very hard to read. Finally, at the very end, for like the last few hours, they finally let me out of my cell. Like the doctor came in, took my temperature again. I finally got let out. And I remember it was like the most amazing thing. I actually got to talk to people. Yeah, they were all losers and lowlifes, but I still got to talk to people. And I remember they busted out the game Monopoly to play. And I was like, oh, I got to get in on this. I love Monopoly. It was so funny too, because before we started playing, they had to explain that we were playing by prison rules. I'm like, what are the prison rules? And they're like, okay, rule 1, you have to go around the board twice before you can collect your $200. Another rule was if somebody else is negotiating with another player, nobody else can say anything. Nobody else can interfere with the deal or try to influence the deal. And another rule was there's no case talk during the game. Like you can't talk about your personal case with anybody. So I was like, all right, this is fun. And we started playing, and I get 2 of the red properties. Was like Indiana Avenue or something. The 2 of the red ones, they're not bad. I mean, they're like middle of the road. And I remember this guy next to me, he got the 3rd one. He had the 3rd property. So I was going to try and get it from him. And when it came to my turn, I was offering him the deal. I'm like, dude, I'll give you 2 properties for your 1 property. He's like, I don't know. Is that a good deal? I was like, dude, think about it. You're getting two. I'm only getting one. He's like, okay. So he does the deal, and then everybody else, as soon as he does the deal, like, you dumbass, now he's got a monopoly, are you a moron? And they'll start yelling at him and stuff. It was hilarious. So I got my monopoly on the red properties, and instantly I just start building houses, and I'm trying to get to hotels and everything. And then right at that moment is when they called me that I was getting let out and everything. And I actually didn't even want to leave at that particular moment because I was kicking so much ass at Monopoly. But I was like, nah, see you guys, bye. So, I mean, that was probably one of the best games of Monopoly that I ever played. It's so funny too. They all started yelling at that guy because he did the deal with me. So stupid. But I think this is going to be day 18, 17 or 18 of not smoking. And honestly, guys, it's not even a big deal anymore. I rarely even think about it. I don't even think about it. The urge to reach for something, totally gone. It only enters my mind when I think about like doing the videos or how many days I've gone or something like that, but it doesn't enter my mind as in a temptation anymore. Like I'm not looking for something to smoke. It doesn't even sound appealing. It really doesn't even sound appealing. I'm loving having the clear mind. And I know I got a little angry the other day, but I have a much better control now of my emotions. Like when I get mad, but I can bring it back. Like I can think clearly and bring it back. Whereas before when I would get mad, I just get scatterbrained. It's like I just see red. I can't talk. I can't form sentences. Like I said, I can't think straight at all. So I'd have to just remove myself from the situation and just go sit down for like 15 minutes and just try to calm down, try to unwind. However, like now I don't have that problem. I'm not finding myself like getting scatterbrained when I get mad where I can't think straight. Yeah, so that's good. I like it. And I'm feeling more just eager to talk to people and stuff. Like I'm not so withdrawn, trying to keep to myself and everything. It's easier to hold conversations with people. So that's good. That's a good thing because I'm going to need that when I go to find a new job, which I tried to do today. A couple days ago, I filled out an application for this job that I wanted to get right down the street. And so today I figured it's been a couple days. They've had a couple days to look at my application and my resume and all that. So I'm going to go in there and follow up and ask them, like, is there anything else I need to do? Is there someone I can talk to about it? And I go in there and I talk to like the first employee that I can find. And I've seen this guy in there for years and years and years. So I know he's like old school. He's probably pretty high up. He knows what's going on. And he tells me, he's like, oh yeah, this is not a good time to apply. He's like, we've had probably 100 applications in the last few days. I'm like, what? Because they're opening a new location on the other side of town. So I guess they're getting a lot of applicants for that. They're getting a lot of people from within this location trying to get, better jobs at the other new location. So yeah, I waited a little too long. I should have applied a couple months ago, but just wasn't feeling it back then. And like I said, the smoking weed and everything was just taking all my motivation away. So now that I'm clear-minded, I'm motivated, I'm ready to get a job. And then of course, 100 other people apply. However, I feel like if I can just get the interview, I'm going to get it. Because a lot of these people are just losers around here. I hate to say it like that, but they're just lazy losers that don't want to work. They don't want to show up. They don't want to do what they're supposed to do. And a lot of these people are just applying because they're on unemployment and you have to, fill out a couple applications per week to keep getting your unemployment. So I bet a few of them are that. So I feel like if I can just get my foot in the door, get an interview, I feel like I got a good chance at getting the job. However, I'm probably jinxing myself. Who knows? But the guy was like, oh yeah, you need to give it a little more than 3 days because he is swamped right now with all these applications. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not feeling too good about it, to be honest, though. I mean, 100 other people applying, that makes it kind of tough. But yeah, I mean, I shaved, I got a haircut and everything. I went up there and then I was like, wah, wah, wah. So yeah, I feel a little deflated. I'm going to put my application in a few other places and keep my fingers crossed, hope for the best. But I feel like I will find a job. Things will get better. It's just, it always sucks trying to get a new job. I hate it. It's one of the worst things in life. Filling out the application, doing the interview, learning the job. I hate all that. I like just having my job, being comfortable, knowing what I'm doing. So much more relaxing. But yeah, I hate getting a new job. Hate it so much. But yeah, right here, my Suno account. This is where I make all my AI music. My account renewed today. So I've got a fresh 2,500 credits to use to make new songs. And I've already got a good idea for the next one. Hopefully I can pull it off, come up with some cool lyrics, but yeah, it's going to be good if I can do it. So I might work on that later today because really don't have much else to do. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. And until the next one, y'all, peace.